Summertime in Maine. Boats in the harbor, seafood pulled straight from the ocean. There's a reason they called it Sardine Land. That's right, I'm not talking about those boats. I'm talking about these boats. For over a century, Downeast Maine was the sardine capital of the East Coast. The industry would employ tens of thousands of Mainers and canneries, and at its peak in 1950, it produced almost 400 million cans of fish. This is Maine's sardine century. Americans developed a taste for sardines that were imported from France, Portugal, and Spain, where they were considered a delicacy. During the Franco-Prussian War in the 1870s, European sardine imports waned, and the demand for American-produced sardines rose. The first sardine canneries in the country opened in Eastport in the 1870s. Sardine fishing and canning became a booming industry. Sardines were a cheap and nutritious staple. Cans were thrown into school bags for quick lunches, taken on camping trips, and during World War II, they were sent abroad to feed American soldiers. Wabanaki peoples have been harvesting herring, the small fish that are commonly called sardines, for thousands of years. The Wabanakis built weirs out of brushwood to trap fish in the intertidal zone, where they could be captured with nets and pulled aboard. These methods were used and adapted by commercial sardine fishermen and are still used in fisheries today. During the height of the industry, the canning process looked a little something like this. The boats carrying fish were unloaded steps from the cannery into large baskets made by Passamaquoddy weavers. A whistle would sound to summon cannery workers for processing. The sardines were then cleaned, cut to size, packed into cans, cooked, and sterilized. These jobs were done primarily by women and children, and it was dangerous work. Cannery workers were paid by the can, so time was money. The quick pace, rough can edges, and sharp butcher knives severed fingertips daily. Before child labor laws were passed in the 20s and 30s, canneries employed children as young as 5 years old. Despite the danger of the profession, sardine packing became an undeniable and beloved part of the culture in Downeast Maine. In 1948 and 49, canneries in Lubec crowned their own sardine queens, young women who worked at the canneries. In the 70s and 80s, the World Championship Sardine Packing Contest took place in Rockland, where the 4-time champion Rita Wiley cut and packed 85 cans in 10 minutes. Corporate consolidation, new federal fishing regulations, and the changing favor towards tuna closed many canneries in the following decades. In 2010, the last sardine cannery in the country, Stinson Seafood in Prospect Harbor, packed its last can and ended a way of life in Maine. To memorialize the industry, Mainers wrote poems. This one is by Brunswick poet Gary Lawless. May we be blessed by the spirits of these fish, swimming through our world. From the world above, from the world below, rising from the depths of our future, blessing the depths of our past.